1. Who was the leader chosen by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt? A. Aaron. B. Moses. C. Joshua. D. Miriam. Right answer is B. Moses. Moses was chosen by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Exodus chapter 3 verse 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. 2. What miraculous event happened at the Red Sea, allowing the Israelites to escape from the pursuing Egyptians? A. Earthquake. B. Parting of the sea. C. Thunderstorm. D. Fire from heaven. Right answer is B. Parting of the sea. The Red Sea parted, allowing the Israelites to escape. Exodus chapter 14 verses 21 to 22. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night and made the sea into dry land, and the waters were divided. 3. What was the first plague that God sent upon Egypt to convince Pharaoh to release the Israelites? A. Frogs. B. Locusts. C. Water turned to blood. D. Hail. Right answer is C. Water turned to blood. The first plague was water turning into blood. Exodus chapter 7 verse 20, and Moses and Aaron did so, just as the Lord commanded. So he lifted up the rod and struck the waters that were in the river, in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants. And all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. 4. How did God lead the Israelites during the day as they journeyed through the wilderness? A. A pillar of cloud. B. A pillar of fire. C. A shining star. D. A dove. Right answer is A pillar of cloud. God led the Israelites during the day with a pillar of cloud. Exodus chapter 13 verse 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. 5. What is the name of the mountain where Moses received the 10 Commandments from God? A. Mount Nebo. B. Mount Horeb. C. Mount Sinai. D. Mount Carmel. Right answer is C. Mount Sinai. Moses received the 10 Commandments from God on Mount Sinai. Exodus chapter 19 verse 20. Then the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mountain. And the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up. 6. What was the food that God provided miraculously for the Israelites in the wilderness? A. Manna. B. Quail. C. Fish. D. Bread. Right answer is A. Manna. God provided manna for the Israelites in the wilderness. Exodus chapter 16 verse 15. So when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat." 7. How many plagues did God send upon Egypt before Pharaoh finally let the Israelites go? A. 7. B. 10. C. 12. D. 5. Right answer is B. 10. God sent 10 plagues upon Egypt before Pharaoh let the Israelites go. Exodus chapter 12 verse 31. Then he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise, go out from among my people, both you and the children of Israel. And go, serve the Lord as you have said. 8. What was the item in the tabernacle that represented the presence of God among the Israelites? A. Ark of the Covenant. B. Menorah. C. Altar of incense. D. Mercy seat. Right answer is A. Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant represented the presence of God among the Israelites. Exodus chapter 25 verse 22, And there I will meet with you, and I will speak with you from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubim which are on the ark of the testimony, about everything which I will give you in commandment to the children of Israel. 9. Who was Moses' brother and the spokesperson for him before Pharaoh? A. Joshua. B. Aaron. C. Miriam. D. Caleb. Right answer is B. Aaron. Aaron was Moses' brother and the spokesperson for him before Pharaoh. Exodus chapter 7 verse 1. So the Lord said to Moses, See, I have made you as God to Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother shall be your prophet. 10. What event did the Israelites commemorate with the feast of Passover? A. The giving of the law. B. The crossing of the Red Sea. C. The manna in the wilderness. D. The deliverance from slavery in Egypt. Right answer is D. The deliverance from slavery in Egypt. The Israelites commemorated the deliverance from slavery in Egypt with the Feast of Passover. Exodus chapter 12 verse 27. That you shall say, It is the Passover sacrifice of the Lord, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he struck the Egyptians and delivered our households. 11. What was the purpose of the bronze serpent that Moses lifted up in the wilderness? A. To guide the Israelites. B. To heal from snake bites. C. To offer as a sacrifice. D. To test the people's faith. Right answer is B. To heal from snake bites. The bronze serpent was lifted up to heal those who were bitten by snakes. Exodus chapter 21 verse 8-9. So Moses made a bronze serpent, and put it on a pole, and so it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. 12. How many days and nights did Moses spend on Mount Sinai receiving the commandments from God? A. 30. B. 40. C. 50. D. 60. Right answer is B. 40. Moses spent 40 days and nights on Mount Sinai receiving the commandments from God. Exodus chapter 24 verse 18. So Moses went into the midst of the cloud and went up into the mountain. And Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. 13. What did Moses use to strike the rock to bring forth water in the wilderness? A. Staff. B. Sword. C. Rod. D. Spear. Right answer is a staff. Moses used his staff to strike the rock and bring forth water in the wilderness. Exodus chapter 17 verse 6, Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock in Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, that the people may drink. 14. What was the primary material used for constructing the tabernacle and its furnishings? A. Gold. B. Silver. C. Bronze. D. Wood. Right answer is C. Bronze. Bronze was the primary material used for constructing the tabernacle and its furnishings. Exodus chapter 27 verse 2. You shall make its horns on its four corners. Its horns shall be of one piece with it. And you shall overlay it with bronze. 15. Who succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites and led them into the promised land? A. Joshua. B. Caleb. C. Aaron. D. Miriam. Right answer is A. Joshua. Joshua succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites and led them into the promised land. Exodus chapter 34 verse 9. Now Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him. So the children of Israel heeded him, and did as the Lord had commanded Moses. 16. What was the purpose of the mercy seat on the Ark of the Covenant? A. To hold the 10 Commandments. B. To offer sacrifices. C. To symbolize God's presence. D. To cover the ark. Right answer is C. To symbolize God's presence. The purpose of the mercy seat was to symbolize God's presence. Exodus chapter 25 verse 21-22. You shall put the mercy seat on top of the ark, and in the ark, you shall put the testimony that I will give you. And there I will meet with you, and I will speak with you from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubim which are on the ark of the testimony, about everything which I will give you in commandment to the children of Israel. 17. What was the purpose of the altar of incense in the tabernacle? A. To burn sacrifices. B. To offer prayers. C. To cook holy food. D. To display artifacts. Right answer is B. To offer prayers. The purpose of the altar of incense was to offer prayers. Exodus chapter 30 verse 7-8. Aaron shall burn on it sweet incense every morning. When he tends the lamps, he shall burn incense on it. And when Aaron lights the lamps at twilight, he shall burn incense on it, a perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. 18. What did the Israelites construct under Aaron's leadership when Moses delayed on Mount Sinai? A. An altar. B. A golden calf. C. A tent. D. A statue. Right answer is B. A golden calf. The Israelites constructed a golden calf under Aaron's leadership when Moses delayed on Mount Sinai. Exodus chapter 32 verse 4. And he received the gold from their hand, and he fashioned it with an engraving tool, and made a molded calf. Then they said, This is your God, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt. 19. What was the final plague that convinced Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery? A. Darkness. B. Death of the firstborn. C. Locusts. D. Hail. Right answer is B. Death of the firstborn. The death of the firstborn was the final plague that convinced Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery. Exodus chapter 12 verses 29 to 30. And it came to pass at midnight that the Lord struck all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat on his throne to the firstborn of the captive who was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of livestock. 20. What did God instruct the Israelites to do with the blood of the Passover lamb to protect their households? A. Drink it. B. Pour it on the ground. C. Paint it on the doorposts. D. Offer it as a sacrifice. Right answer is C. Paint it on the doorposts. God instructed the Israelites to paint the blood of the Passover lamb on the doorposts to protect their households. Exodus chapter 12 verse 7. And they shall take some of the blood and put it on the two doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat it. 21. What was the name of the mountain where God gave Moses the 10 Commandments? A. Mount Nebo. B. Mount Horeb. C. Mount Sinai. D. Mount Carmel. Right answer is C. Mount Sinai. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai. Exodus chapter 19 verse 20. Then the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mountain. And the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went up. 22. What was the purpose of the tabernacle in the wilderness? A. To serve as a dwelling place for God. B. To provide shelter for the Israelites. C. To store the Ark of the Covenant. D. To offer sacrifices. Right answer is A. To serve as a dwelling place for God. The tabernacle served as a dwelling place for God. Exodus chapter 25 verse 8. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. 23. How many days did the cloud cover the tabernacle during its consecration? A. 5 days. B. 7 days. C. 10 days. D. 14 days. Right answer is B. 7 days. The cloud covered the tabernacle for 7 days during its consecration. Exodus chapter 40 verse 34. Then the cloud covered the tabernacle of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. 24. What was the purpose of the water basin, laver, in the tabernacle? A. To wash hands and feet of the priests. B. To store holy water. C. To offer sacrifices. D. To water the tabernacle garden. Right answer is A. To wash hands and feet of the priests. The water basin, laver, was used to wash the hands and feet of the priests. Exodus chapter 30 verse 19-20. Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet in water from it. When they go into the tabernacle of meeting, or when they come near the altar to minister, to burn an offering made by fire to the Lord, they shall wash with water, lest they die. 25. What did God instruct Moses to use for lighting the lamps in the tabernacle? A. Olive oil. B. Animal fat. C. Wax candles. D. Incense. Right answer is A. Olive oil. God instructed Moses to use pure olive oil for lighting the lamps in the tabernacle. Exodus chapter 27 verse 20. And you shall command the children of Israel that they bring you pure oil of pressed olives for the light, to cause the lamp to burn continually.